Fellow Toastmasters and guests, when we specifically emphasize on a point or an idea, we tend to lose our vision around that point or around life. For my work or in a day-to-day life, I need to drive a lot. For work, sometimes for Toastmasters meetings, even leisure, or for even a long drive. Sometimes feel like going for a long drive. But then I'm surprised to see the amount of police patrol cars on the roads, the surveillance cameras across the intersections. 15 years back, there were only countable flash cameras on the roads of Dubai. But now, there are only countable roads without those cameras. Why are these changes? There is a reason. And what's the reason? Let's have a look at it. The reason is traffic accidents. Traffic accidents, like some of them are really, really fatal, which claim lives of people. I have just gathered a few bullet information from different sources, mainly from the newspapers, the internet, and then of course the most reliable resource was the Dubai police. There are 13,894 accidents in the last 5 years. And if you see, the trend is increasing. We'll go in detail and then see there are injuries and casualties related to those, or from those accidents. The injuries amount up to 10,368. That means almost 80 to 90% of those accidents have injuries. And then out of those, 721 lives were claimed in the last 5 years. What do you think is the reason? These accidents have a certain reason. And what is that reason? Now, the research shows that most of these accidents were the cause of these accidents were the human error. Now, before I go to the human error, I'll just have a look at the accident theory so that you can understand how these accidents happen. We have got attitude, skill, and knowledge, which is the prime contributor of this phenomenon. We have got human error, a big part of it. We have unsafe action and unsafe conditions, which contribute towards the aggravation. And then finally, we have the result, which is the accident. What are the outcomes of those? We have loss of financial loss or physical loss. When we talk about financial loss, we've got the property damage, we've got the repairs, so many other things. And when we talk about physical loss, that includes human life and fatalities and injuries, of course. Now, going back to those causes, there are different types of analysis which Dubai Police does to understand these different aspects and then different reasons behind the accidents. They analyze the data by gender, age, intersections of roundabouts, region, cause of the accident, type of accident location, days of the week, month, overturning of the cars, type of injuries, experience of drivers, source of driving license, type of vehicles, children accidents, run over, nationalities, and so on. There is much more depth in this analysis. There are so many other things. These are just the major ones. And then, when we go by the segregation of age, now why I picked this specific segregation, why? Because it gives us a good understanding of the age factor, which contributes towards these phenomena. Now if you see, the band of 18 to 44 has got the major chunk of the percentage. And especially if you look at 27 to 35, it's still the highest, even though the trend is a bit reducing sometimes here, but then still being the highest. What do you feel is the reason behind that? Factors of human error, overconfidence, negligence, overspeeding, unlawfulness, aggression, frustration, competition. These are all elements of youth. Reasons behind those factors: attitude, patience. We start late. We never keep margin. We always have unexpected delays. And then we rush. We don't follow the safety measures. Solutions. Again, recommended by Dubai Police. Quickly avoid crossing red lights. Very dangerous. Follow traffic rules and signs. Use indicator lights when you are changing lanes and moving around. Sorry. Okay. Reduce speed in residential areas. If you see the youth when they are driving in the residential areas, they are over limit always. Use your seat belts. A lot of, I will not national put a national mark on it, but then a lot of locals and Arabs don't wear the seat belts. Leave reasonable distance between the two cars when there is somebody in front of you. Do not change lane very frequently, unnecessarily. Be tolerant and avoid getting angry, because the more you get angry, the more agitated you are, and then you, in frustration, you tend to do wrong things. When there is a traffic jam, you have to be patient. And use horn only when it is necessary. Now, have a thought here. Is time the most precious thing in your life? More than your cars, more than your houses, your jewelry, diamonds? Or is it something else? Ladies and gentlemen, life is something which has more importance. Let's start respecting it and give its due importance. It is the most precious thing in your life because it doesn't have a control Z or a reset button. And finally, I just leave you with a picture. Just think, how did you manage to do that?
Wow. Thank you very much.